My name is Reniel Del Rosario. I'm a ceramic-based conceptual artist, currently based in LA County in California, in the United States.
Hi there, my name is Solace. I'm the founder, director, CEO, CFO, all the whole C-suite for the Museum of Found Objects.
In my practice, I tend to make fake stores, and I've done things like fake delicatessens, fake art supply stores, fake cannabis dispensaries. And I wanted to create this fake museum based off of all this research I was doing into objects within museum collections that are questionable as to why they're there, whether it's an importance or a point of origin. And around the time when I was doing all of these screenshots of things within museums such as Victoria and Albert, Tate Modern, or Tate Britain, the Met, all these things, all these bad museum instances started coming up, such as fake Basquiat's, pieces attributed to the wrong artists for the span of decades. And I had this idea of exaggerating all these details and making the worst museum ever that's sort of built on all these errors, and trying to show how all these can pile up and create just a kind of despicable museum ran by a despicable person who is sort of ignorant to all this kind of fake news that he's spreading about to the world as a public institution.
With the Museum of Found Objects, I'm trying to achieve what all great museums are trying to achieve and showcase to the world amazing objects that they would not have seen otherwise, do whatever means necessary for the education of everybody.
The objective of MoFo is to sort of prod out this question of trust within institutions. Me myself, I love museums and galleries, and I think they do have the best in mind a lot of times for the public. They're really trying their best. But it's when mistakes, such as the ones I mentioned earlier, happen that have this kind of distrust that happens. And it makes you question about how much of what you're getting is the full picture. How much of what museums are providing to the public is everything that has been historicized, everything that should be, and if everything is right. And so I guess for me, this project is meant to make people question the full authority of these institutions, and to never stop being curious about the actual truth behind objects, origins, and context between objects and who owns the objects.
Now, when you enter the museum, it's important to know you can't touch anything. These things are important artifacts that are meant to be handled by museum hands only. And so, they are reserved for me and me alone and everyone that I hire. But you can't touch it. I don't think you're important enough yet. But if you purchase it, congratulations. You're more than welcome to handle any of these babies as much as you want. We have an amazing collection filled with artists from the UK as well as the United States. Here, we have amazing work by Sterling Ruby from his amazing club collection, originally shown at the Tate Modern. Now, make sure you do not touch anything. Like I said, it's reserved for me. It's just guarded with your eyes.
So it starts off usually with me seeing something within a database, whether it's a galleries database, a museum's database, or another kind of artwork database. And it usually starts with me going, that's an interesting piece. I wonder how I can transform its story. And that's how it goes for many of the pieces. But a lot of them too are also things that I really did like in terms of the fact that it existed, or it just caught my eye, such as this monkey fragment that is from the V&A, and it is now an early Trojan mascot. And you'll find out what that means if you go to the exhibition and see an image of it. Or, this spiny-backed chimpanzee that is this somewhat large figure with an R for a face and legs and a fake Louis Vuitton anklet. And that's based on this ceramic art piece by Martin Wong that hasn't been seen by much of the public. And I saw it in this online catalog and figured it doesn't really exist there outside the world except for 1-2 exhibitions. And so it's this idea of also prolonging the life of some objects that never see the day.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart about coming to the museum in London while it has been around. It has been a pleasure, and I thank each and every single one of you for taking the time to stop by and taking the pleasure of my pleasures to the world.